one. Let's. Sorry. Three, two. Okay. What's going on? Welcome to Blog Talk with Mr. Caesar. And today on Blog Talk, we're going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to let my co-host kind of run the show, and I'm going to answer some questions that about the topic that she's going to bring up. So, without further ado, Miss Qua, introduce everybody to you.
Hi guys, I'm Miss Kwa, and
All
I'm
right.
here as
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Caesar co-host.
Uh huh.
And the topic today is about relationships and dating
In 2022.
in 2022.
In 2022. Okay. All right. That's what's up. So, Miss Qua, what made you come up with this topic today?
Because I'm actually thinking about to start dating.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know in 2022 when women or males go on their first date, what is the appropriate attire to wear?
The
Do you
appropriate
want to go
attire.
attire?
Okay. All right. Okay. So, what is the attire? Tell me why the attire really matters.
I think the attire matters because for me, you don't want to be too much on the first date, and you also don't want to be grandma either.
Grandma. Okay. So, I'm gonna
So
say
what?
like this.
So what do you males look for when a female goes on a first date? But it may all depends on where you are going to.
I give you that. So, first, uh, I want you to, because if there's anything else you're gonna be talking about the dating thing, because what I had to say about that attire thing, since you spoke on that first, the reason I really don't have an opinion on the attire as far as what a woman wears, because depending on if I met her at the bus stop, if I met her at the laundromat, or if I did meet her while I was out, what she was wearing, I could imagine anything after that point if I thought she was attractive and what she was wearing when I saw her.
Okay.
That's just my take. Now, as far as you, when it comes to a man and his attire, how does it go for you?
Long as he's dressed nice, pants is not sagging, then I'm good.
So let me ask you a question. This is your topic, but I got some questions as a man and you being the woman in the dating scene. So describe the type of attire, urban wear, professional, casual. Describe from bottom to top. What is this man that you would consider to be wearing when he meets you? What would get your
So I
attention?
think I think it depends on where we're going for our first date.
Okay.
So if we're going like out to eat to a fancy restaurant, I would expect a nice pair of pants. It don't have to be slacks. It can be jeans, a nice little button up, nice
Okay.
little cap to match, sneakers or whatever you prefer footwear. Long as the pants isn't sagging.
When you say a nice little cap, see, in my opinion, for a woman of your stature, I see that represents a little bit of the urban dude. I say instead of saying a thug, hoodlum, or is that thug appeal?
Yeah, I like the urban wear.
Okay. Is he wearing boots or is he wearing like some Dickies or is he wearing some sneakers? What is he wearing?
It doesn't matter to me for the footwear.
That doesn't matter for the footwear. So okay. Now, aside from dating and the attire part, what does the dress code say about the dude to you that attire matters?
Well, if he's sagging his pants, first appearance is everything. I'm definitely gonna think that he's a street dude.
Okay. But we talking about the guy that interests you though.
Huh?
We talking about the man that interests you, this guy that you consider going out on a date. Now, let's say if you so happen to be in a grocery store, because you can meet any type of dude anywhere. Now you have a guy that comes up to you in some khakis and the shirt is buttoned up and like he just got off work, but it don't look like he work in the office, like he's a manager somewhere, probably in Costco or something like that. Then you have a brother that comes up to you in a sweatsuit. And you got the OG dudes. When I say the OG dudes, the sweatsuit, the velour sweatsuit, the do-rag on, the fitted hat, and the shades, and he's flashy. Then you got the dude that got the white tee, sag just a little bit low, not ass showing, just a little low. Nice jeans, like carpenter jeans. Got on a nice pair of Timberlands. Got on not even an Apple Watch. He got on a Samsung watch, and not nothing flashy chain, right? Like he might have a chain with the little a dog tag. Now, which one of those dudes sound like the dude that would catch your attention?
The one that had the khaki pants on, like he was coming for work.
So okay, you get that dude. Okay, so what do you expect from a dude like that? What are you expecting from that guy that you choose him? What does it look like that he has to offer that the other guys don't?
I'm not saying that he has anything to offer. I'm not gonna say he has anything to offer other than other guys have, because although you want to go off first impression, but sometimes it doesn't mean anything, depending on the individual. But I'm choosing him because that's what I'm most attracted to.
That look.
That look.
So in your experience, what has come with that look?
In my experience, what has come with that look, that look has, for me, it depends on the individual, but I definitely have had longevity relationships with people with that look.
And what's the percentage of guys like that sustaining a long-term relationship?
The percentage is high.
And there are facts to prove this, that guys that wear khakis and button-up shirts, you know what I'm saying? They are the guys that...
I'm not going to say there's facts to prove, but I have been with guys with khakis and shirts, the regular 9 to 5 dudes, for a long time.
So, okay. Now, just thinking about that type of dude, he seems pretty disciplined. Because anybody, if you could judge a book by its cover, but I'm just going to say based on the looks, a guy with the khakis and all that, to me, would be the type of dude that would seem like a square. He's friendly, well-spoken, and like he seemed like he don't ask saucy stuff like that you would be into. He seemed like he would communicate better with women that do work in office buildings, whose conversation isn't about loving hip-hop or did you see what happened last night on the block, or did you see who was in the club last week? You know what I'm saying? So because he looks reserved, that's what looks, you know what I'm saying, that's what catches your attention?
Not all the time.
Okay. So now that we got past that part, the dress, the attire, stuff like that. Okay, so dating comes with more than just attire. So what else? What other things that you want to bring to the table when it comes to dating? Because you're dating in 2022. I got a lot of things I can say about dating in 2022, but what is it that seems to be like a thing with people today that is the biggest misunderstanding, which is why there's so many in and out relationships, or dating this person for 5 minutes and it seems consistent, and then you dating somebody else the next 5 minutes?
I think that people are in a rush to have a title opposed to getting to know the person
Mm-hmm.
first. Women and men, and
Okay.
more so women in 2022,
Mm-hmm.
are such in a rush to have the title of wife that they don't get to know the person. I think that's why there's a lot of failed relationships and failed marriages, because you don't get to know a person. Also,
Mm-hmm.
people have to understand that when you are in relationships and marriages and stuff like that, you're going to evolve. Meaning, you're going to grow, and that person may be stuck there, and you might not be stuck there. But
Mm-hmm.
each person is supposed to evolve. So you have to. It's like you getting to know that person all over again. Somebody that you was with 10 years ago, and y'all been married for 20. It's not the same person you met 10 years ago. They're not supposed to be either.
So you saying in a relationship where you guys start at the same time or pretty much along on the same lines, that even within 10 years, only one person could have grown and the other person stayed stuck?
No, I'm not saying that. They both could have grown, or one person may have not have grown.
Okay.
But people are so quick to say, well, you're not on my level no more,
Mm-hmm.
that they walk away from their marriages or
Yeah.
relationships opposed to communicating, because you might have evolved quicker
Okay.
than the other person. You have to see what to get that person on that level. You have to communicate. I don't necessarily think you should walk away because maybe you've grown a little more than the other person.
Okay. Yeah. Well, in my experience and with that, to me, the instability comes from people getting together. I mean, I even done it myself. I would get with a woman, and she's my girlfriend or just whatever we are, and I expect her to act like she's my wife. I hold her to like, all right, you my girl, so you need to act like it. And how do you act like my girl? Now I know how to act like your husband. I know how to act like your brother. I know how to act like your cousin, which is pretty much just treat everybody the way you want to be treated. But then they have titles. But then I'll be wanting girls to treat me different from all the other guys that they come up towards, because you considered conversation and you slow down from all the guys that you could have been talking to talk to just me now. So when you and look, when we start doing that, I'd be like, all right, she's not going anywhere. But why should I feel she's not going anywhere when we didn't get married? And I feel like that's the misconception where, like, when you get into a relationship, people want you to act like you're there till death do you part. What do you think about that?
I guess it's a sense of security, that you would feel that way. But even if you're married, sometimes things just don't work out, whether it's a relationship or marriage. But
why get into something if you don't know the end?
huh?
Why get into something if you don't know the end? Is it just the excitement of trying to make it to the end together? Because being with your experience, and even I've been married twice, and what was I looking for? You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you now that I look at it and reflecting on it and talking to you a little bit more. I was trying to push those people to see how much they can take from me till they would leave me. So I was pushing them away to prove that they was gonna be there through thick and thin. And I was putting them through the fire. And at some point I figured it wasn't us. But now that I think about it, a lot of that was me, because I didn't believe that somebody would want to stay with me through thick and thin. So I said, okay, it's easy to be with me when things is good. And then a situation that happen and you get a little afraid, like, is this person are we still good now? How are they gonna settle from this? And you like, because with family, you If your mother whoop your ass, right? You get mad as hell, but that's your mother, and she beat you for a reason. And even if you felt like she ain't had to beat you, you go on about your business, and you just go back on loving your mother. And when you come, you know you coming home. But with a woman, she has to decide how she feels about it. Do I want to stay or go? I'm not cool with that. And so I feel secure in just having friends. So tell me, like, how do you think about that?
I don't really have. I don't know.
Does that sound strange?
It sounds strange. Yes.
It's because, like, honestly, I think this is where growing up in a household, doesn't matter how spectacular my mom was or my grandmother was, I didn't know what to expect from a woman. I just knew what to do for her. And so growing up in a house with a woman, she just expected you to do right, but you was still an asshole. But you just knew how to act when you was around her. So that's how I get with women. I know how to act around you, but when I'm not around you, I'm an asshole and I'm respectable. And I'm not going to go outside the house and act like I don't know where I come from, or I don't have a good home, or I'm not fed. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't have the necessities that I need. I just go out there and it's like, you just have this desire to, I don't know. I can't say I'll be wanting to just have sex with other women. It's just, it's each woman to me is a different excitement. She shows me a feeling in myself that I get from only her. So I feel like to just stay tied down to one person and starve myself. And I'm not trying to put it on any woman to try to be somebody else, but this is where, like, I don't know what to expect from a woman. That's why there's no stability. I
So
got tired of
because you
working for
don't know
women.
what to expect, so you would never get married again.
I'm not gonna say that until I know what love is, because I'm still learning. And when I told you about practicing the abstinence, yeah, I practiced the abstinence. I didn't have sex. Well, I didn't have intercourse. And
What does that mean when you say I didn't have sex or you didn't have intercourse?
because,
That
like,
means you didn't enter into anyone, but you had intercourse.
yeah, intercourse mean like I wasn't in the pussy, I was in the mouth. And the thing about it was, can I tell you something? Now, prior to that, I was so I can't say horny, because horny is not the word. Horny is wanting to fuck. I just wanted to get into the word of horny and be like, okay, so what causes this horniness? And so when I thought about it, I was like, yo, it's just thinking about all the things about a woman that makes me excited. How she looks, how she smiles. Like, I'm looking at all these visions of women that I had been with in the past that made me happy. And then when I come back to the person I'm talking to, a way of expressing and revisiting all those good feelings for me is through sex. And a woman think that all that I want is sex. And most men, it's like a crack addict or a drug addict or whatever you've experienced for the first time that you just can't stop doing. It's like they say, you want that old thing back? No, you just want to keep having that first feeling. And some women do that and some women don't. So I feel like it's hard for me to have that feeling with women if I stay with one, because each one teaches me how to be with the next one.
So do you know what your love language is?
I speak more than one now because of my experience, but I'm very fluent in touch. But I like words of affirmation. What about you?
I'm still learning what. I mean, I like. I'm still
How you
learning
gonna
what
look
love.
when you ask me that question? I'm sitting up here answering as if you read Tim LaHaye's book, The Five Love Languages, because I've read that, and I'm like, okay, she bringing that little said little whatever, and I'm like, all right, let me see if you know what yours is. But go ahead.
I do know that is my love language is displaying. So I'm not
Actions.
really. I'm not really. I'm not really a person. I mean, I do express my emotions,
Mm-hmm.
but I am a person that show my emotions through action. So my love language is more of an action
Mm-hmm.
opposed to talking about it.
So, okay, exactly. Now I'm gonna say this. It's kind of confusing to a woman because my attitude is once you give yourself to me, allow me to please you. And then in return, the woman says to me, allow me to please you. But I don't know how to let a woman please me. I know what pleases me about a woman, but I don't know how to just let go and give her control. So therefore, it's like, you know, it's like, I feel like it's imposing something on. It makes me feel like you're saying I'm not good at something if I let you do more than what I do. Where does that come from?
So you don't like for a woman in the bedroom to take control.
I do. And
So
now that idea of taking control is what I've seen though. Like some women think that taking control is getting on top. I'm like, no, take control. Like I want to shut up and I want you to talk to me the way I talk to you. I want to hear things that I've never heard a woman say. And if you feel this way about me, show me things that I've never seen before. Say things I've never heard before. Show me the potential of a woman when she feels this way about a man because I've never experienced that before. But just getting on top and just getting, that's not, so women don't do that for me. So I look at women honestly with no expectations at all, just knowing what I can do for them. I don't expect them to do nothing for me, but just applaud me after my work is done. I mean, because I feel so like when women used to say they feel like a piece of meat, women have applauded me for the one thing that I kind of grew into loving to do because I knew I was very good at it. But then I got tired of that because I knew I had so much more. And this when I was like, not other things sexually. I'm like, listen, can I not be like for sex for a little while and just tell me you like how creative I am, how resourceful I am, how like you just don't really have to call nobody else for anything. You don't have to call your mother when you got me. And then show the gratitude in the bedroom, but you don't have to. Just one thing I like, one thing that turns me on to me is part of foreplay. I pay attention to it, whoever I'm dealing with. Like, so when the opportunity presents itself, if we would just window shopping on the internet, I gotta get one of these. I want one of these. Even if you saw like, you know what, I got a thing for these candies and I just saw them on Amazon, I just never got them. Situation falls in my lap. I can buy some trees. I don't say nothing to you. A week later, 2 weeks later come. You get a delivery. I got a package from Amazon. I ain't know nothing. And it's from me. You know what I'm saying? But women, I like socks. I like tank tops. I like underclothes. Honestly, I like underclothes. I like underclothes. I can wear the same pair of jeans as long as I take a shower and wear different underclothes. And I don't care what nobody say about my clothes on top because I keep them clean. But I feel it's like I want to be clean on the inside before I'm clean on the outside. So women just always applaud it because I let them use me. But I'm not saying I'm like some manzel in distress. I just let them use me for what was told was the best part to me. And I'm just so tired of being used to where it's not a turn off. But you know how a nigga send a dick pic to a girl, she's, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God, you fucked up, yo. Cause I'm not everybody else anymore. I used to be. But I'm not sure. I can get long with this. See, this is what I get into when I'm talking. But go ahead. So you open up about this about your experience because I can go on, but go ahead. So open up about, if you want to, about reasons why and why not you choose to do certain things when you date.
I don't really say that, but I'm not going to do what I'm going to do when I date. Honestly, I'm not one of the women to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna kiss him on the first date, or I'm not gonna have sex with him on the first date." I think we all grown adults.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So whatever. your preferences, what your preferences, whatever that may be.
Hmm. You know what? I was talking to a friend earlier, and I think she was talking about she keeps dating guys from her past, and I told her I kind of do the same thing because it has something to do with familiarity and being
What do she
comfortable.
mean? The dating styles in the past, like the same person she have dealt with before.
Like they didn't end on bad terms. It's just I guess time they just drifted, places or whatever,
Yeah.
and it never finished. But she be with somebody else, and when she break up with that person, or they just go separate ways, whether it be good or bad, instead of going on the internet and going in the inbox and let me see who this is, whatever, posting a picture, seeing who commented, and then see what they got to talk about. She just so what you doing? And it's like she says, coincidentally, they always seem to call her right when she break up, and I'm like, yo, that's ironic, ain't it?
Because they were.
Because they started thinking about each other.
Because they watching. That happened to me when my husband passed.
Oh, so a lot of lurkers.
A lot of lurkers. When my husband passed away, all of my exes was calling. And one of my exes, he got really mad because I didn't want to talk to him like that. It was like, okay, her husband died. Like, I'm just going to move. I just want to just swindle her back in.
Okay.
So he's Jamaican. So he said to me, we Jamaicans don't dwell on stuff like that. Like, other words, like, why are you so disturbed because your husband passed? Like, he passed. That's it. You can't do nothing about it. Type shit.
He sounds eager. Like he's
And
so in a
I was
rush to
just
be
like,
back with you. So that's what that is.
right.
I
So
can
I was
identify
like,
with that, but go ahead.
I don't know what that means, we Jamaicans. I said, because,
That's the crazy part right
you
there. But go
know,
ahead.
that culture thing. I said, I don't care what culture it is.
Mm-hmm.
I said, each individual, they lose someone. You may take that different, no matter what culture you from.
Yeah.
You may take it a different way, I may take it a different way. I said, even if my husband didn't pass away and we got divorced, I don't want you. That's what
Okay.
you gotta understand.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to tell him that. So he still kept on saying, it's because you taking your time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 2 years went by and he tried again. He was like, can I come see you? Can I take you out? I said, we can go out as friends. So we went out. And then he starts that, you know me, love you. You know me, love you. I realized, like, he said, can I talk to you? And I said, of course you can talk to me. And he said, I realized that, I know we had broke up. Now, we didn't break up over nothing bad.
Mm-hmm.
We broke up because he wasn't ready to go to the next step.
Yeah.
Like, he had proposed to me. We had been proposed for. We
Mm-hmm.
had been engaged for 3 years. And every time I would bring up, let's set a date, it didn't happen. So because he wasn't ready for that step, I decided to move. I decided to leave him alone.
Okay.
So I felt like now you're passing me along for whatever reason. So let me just leave you alone at this point. So that's why we broke up, because of that.
Okay.
So now he's saying, even to this day, it's 4 years later, Steve has been passed. He's like, I'm ready to marry you. I wish I had never let you go. Me love you, me this, me that.
Mm-hmm.
He's older than me, way older than me.
Okay.
So I told him, I said, I'm not in the business of moving backwards.
Mm-hmm.
I said, not to be funny, and not talking, please don't take this the wrong way. You're older than me. So what you allowed me to do, you allowed me to move on with somebody that was the same age as me. I don't never want to be with nobody that's 10, 15 years older than me. Ever again.
Wow.
Now, I said, please don't take it as I'm being harsh, but so now you're older.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just not physically or mentally attracted to you in that way anymore.
Okay.
I need a charger. It's right there. So it just wouldn't work out.
Yeah.
I said, we can be friends, And if you can't accept me just being your friend,
Mm-hmm.
then just don't call me anymore at all.
Wow.
So he didn't call for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Then he started again. He's still
On the same page.
trying to get back with me. It's like he just won't take no from me for an answer.
Now let me ask you a question, because there's two ways I want to ask you this. Do you feel like that's love or determination? That's possessive? What do you think? Do you think you just a challenge, or you think he? Well, like, what do you really think is? Do you think he know what he want and it's really you?
Honestly, I really do think that he loved me. I really do. I really do that he honestly really loved me from his heart.
Okay.
I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
But he has. I said, "Oh, you'll find another, nice girl or whatever. It's just not going to be with me. So I do think he do. I really do think he loved me. I really do. But he has to move. He has to move on, because we would never be back together ever again.
All right.
Ever.
Okay. Now, this question is a little strange, but I have to ask it because maybe people want to know. I know I want to know that I think about it. Have you ever been hit on by a woman? And if so, tell me about it. Oh, okay. I guess we're getting somewhere now.
We're getting somewhere.
Okay, go ahead.
Lately, and I've always been hit on by women.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually have a coworker.
Okay.
Who is bisexual, right?
Mm-hmm. Can you hear the music now? Kwa. You can hear the music now? Did you hear the music just now? All right, go ahead. What was you saying though? The co-worker.
I said I actually have a co-worker that hits on me. She's sexually attracted to me.
Now, hold up before you go on, because I gotta ask questions while you're telling this story. Is she attractive?
She is.
Is she sexy?
She is.
Is she black?
Is she what?
Is she black?
She's not.
Oh, word? Okay. Go on.
But I'm not into women.
Okay. Now let me ask, does it offend you?
It makes me. It doesn't offend me, but it makes me uncomfortable. Not because she's hitting on me, because. All right, I'm just gonna get to the story a little bit.
Yes, please do. We need to understand.
And I'm gonna tell you why it makes me uncomfortable.
Okay.
Not because she's hitting on me. I think it's because the environment that we're in. We're at work.
Okay.
One of my coworkers told me that she was bisexual, right? And I really didn't want to judge her because she's bisexual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, 1 second. Oh, I gotta get out the car. So, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I always change my wigs.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
At least once a month, I change my hair. I buy new wigs, I change it. So this one particular time, I changed my hair. I actually had got a quick weave. It was like a bob, and I came in. And she was like, "Oh my God, Kwa, you look so bomb." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." So she followed me to my office to continue.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Is she?" And I was like, "Is she hating on me?" So I really didn't want to say that. I said, "Oh, maybe she just letting me know that I look nice."
Okay.
So I didn't think about it. So then the next month comes, I changed my hair again, and I'm also starting to like lose weight and stuff too, like I'm coming down, right? So this particular day, I don't know what I can't even remember what I had on. And she comes to the office, she follows me to the office like, "Oh my God, you look so cute, God. This hair is you. You look sexy, mama." So I'm like, oh, thank you, thank you. And I'm still trying to not to judge her because she is bisexual. I'm just taking it as if she's giving me a compliment. So the first day that I came to do the YouTube channel with you, that was a new wig that day too.
Okay.
And I had on a little different outfit. Like I never go to work like with my cleavage out and stuff. Like my cleavage was out. I just was a different thing.
Oh, because you knew you was coming to do the interview though.
Right.
Okay.
I
I got you.
about the podcast. She was excited. She was like, "Damn, you look so good. You look real good." Like, cause they never seen me outside of their work clothes.
Okay.
It's like, "Oh my God, you look so cute." And this hair is like, "This hair, I love this hair. You look so cute." I still never took it that way. The next week comes, and we have another coworker that is very evil, and she has said something. I said, "I'm gonna start treating you like her." She said, "And all you're gonna do is make me wet."
Hey, excuse me. I just want to let you know this. If she follows you, know she gonna see this on YouTube, right?
No, she's not.
I'm just telling you. I appreciate this. Yo, this is what's up. What keep talking? Because I'm thinking like, you talking it right. And you say she watches YouTube. So she might subscribe to the channel and you don't even know it. Because I get, you see my subscribers went up. Okay? And what if this girl's the type to, just be checking whenever I put something else new up? Because she probably just likes the content, right? And then she so happened to catch this interview. Then what? Now you walk around I don't think. But go ahead, cause.
So she did that, and she said that, and I was like, okay, it's confirmed. And then not too long ago, we had a breakfast or something, and she had said something. I didn't hear her though. Like I was slobbing you up. I can't remember the terms, but I didn't hear her. I didn't pay no mind. But my assistant told me. I was like, I didn't hear her. She was like, yeah. So now, my assistant noticed it. Like, so the only thing that makes me uncomfortable with that is
it's being noticeable.
Right.
So she could do it all she want outside of work. Like, would you actually go to TGI Fridays and have a drink with her?
I would actually go to TGI Fridays to have a drink with her. She's mad cool, but that's what it would be a drink.
You don't think she would be a little bit more assertive out in a social environment?
I mean, she may be a little assertive, but I mean, that's when I would just tell her, what is this?
Like, could you see yourself having that conversation? Like, for real?
I hope I don't have to.
Because you don't want to reject her?
Not that I don't want to reject her, but I don't want it because she's such a nice person. And she's such a good coworker too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want us to have that type of conversation. So
that's a little weird. I mean, I asked that because y'all are both women. So how could she misunderstand where you're coming from?
Because I make it known that I'm
strictly dickly.
I'm not into women.
Hey, all right, so I want to pry into your business a little bit because this is the interesting part.
And not to cut you off,
mm-hmm.
Even if I was into women, I would never talk